I want to talk about something I hear all of the time. And this is a question people will ask and say, I think I have gifts, but I don't know how to use them, or I don't know how to make them stronger. Welcome back to Spirit Cafe Sessions. I'm Kim, and I am one of the co-hosts for Spirit Cafe Sessions podcast, as well as a medium and a reverend at St. Bridget's Spiritualist Church. And I like to talk all things life, death, spirit, and spiritualism. So the first thing I want you to know is your gifts are not something you earn. They're part of who you are. Every one of us is intuitive to some degree. Some people naturally hear spirit. Some feel energy. Others receive messages through emotions or simply have a deep knowing that they can't explain. I'm one of those. The difference between someone who works confidently with their gifts and someone who doesn't isn't talent. It's practice. And we live in a world that celebrates instant results. We download an app in seconds. We expect answers immediately. But spiritual development doesn't work that way. It's much more like growing a garden. You plan it out, you plant your seeds, you water them regularly, you pull weeds, and along the way you just trust that something beautiful is growing beneath the surface even before you can see it. One of the most important practices in spiritualism is something called sitting in the power. That simply means taking the time to become aware of the presence of the spirit world and blending your awareness with that loving presence. You're not trying to force communication. You're learning to become still enough to recognize what has always been there. Now, I encourage people to set aside even 10 minutes a day. Turn off your phone. Sit comfortably, take a few slow breaths, and let your mind settle. Notice how your body feels. Notice what thoughts, feelings, or impressions naturally arise without trying to analyze them. Then write them down. Keep a journal. Make sure you date it. You might think that could possibly mean anything, but a few weeks or months later, you may begin to notice patterns. Maybe you repeatedly sensed the color blue before connecting with someone who you knew loved the ocean. Maybe you kept hearing a particular name that later became significant. Spirit often teaches us through repetition. Another important lesson is to stop judging every impression the moment you receive it. When we're learning, our logical mind loves to interrupt. Does it ever? And it'll say, that can't be right. Or, am I making this up? Or, what if I'm wrong? We've all been there. Even experienced mediums continue learning. Development never really ends. Every sitting, every meditation, every reading teaches us something new. Think about someone learning to play the piano. They don't become a concert pianist overnight. No. Or because they watched videos. No. They practice scales. They repeat simple exercises. Some days are amazing. Some days, nothing seems to click. But every practice session strengthens the connection between their mind, their hands, and the music. Your spiritual gifts develop the same way. Some days, spirit feels incredibly close. Other days, everything seems quiet. But neither experience means you've gained or lost any of your gifts. It simply means you're human. But here's the shift. Instead of asking, why isn't spirit talking to me? Ask yourself, have I created space to listen? Spirit doesn't usually compete with the noise of our busy lives. It often arrives in the quiet moments, in the gentle feeling that tells you to call a friend, in that image that flashes through your mind, in the peace that settles over you during meditation. The more you show up, the more familiar that spiritual language will become. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate the small moments and trust the process. And remember, development isn't about becoming someone else. It's about uncovering the gifts that have been with you all along. So, that is how you do it. So you practice and you just work at it. So thank you for spending this time with me. If this has resonated with you, you are one of the lucky few who are just becoming, or already what the rest of us are trying to become. So I need you guys to help us out though. We need you to watch our videos on TikTok, on YouTube. We need you to like, share, follow, subscribe, whatever you need to do. Share definitely with your friends and comment. Let us know what you think and let us know what you would like us to talk about. Till next time, have a great day.